Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Ashes of Creation development update. Lately, the streams have been amazing as the team is speeding up towards Alpha 2. And this stream is no exception, being packed with lots of new updates. Without spoiling anything yet, you can expect some exciting updates related to character art, environment art and game design. So you better quickly grab your favorite drinks and snacks, because we are about to begin. Oh, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of Ashes of Creation, because I will keep covering this game. We are starting this video with the character art reveal in this month's development update, specifically with a rework for the Py'Rai character race. Steven holds a little speech when revealing this and mentions some important aspects behind the logic of this little rework. Besides the game mechanics aspect when choosing your race at the start of an MMORPG, what's also very important for a race is that visually and culturally they need to be unique, and that you can easily identify their traits from among the other races of the game. The main theme of this rework seems to be being one with nature. Let's address some important questions regarding this reveal, such as, will the antlers be mandatory or can the players hide them? The short answer is, they'll be mandatory, and Steven explains that this feature is the most defining one for the Py'Rai race, so yes, you cannot get rid of them. However, from a customization standpoint, these will be adjustable. Their length, size, width, symmetry, color, and even features like small flowers growing on them. Steven goes on to mention that these flowers will be tied to environmental cues and they can even bloom when stepping into the right climate. A small demonstration for this system has already been shown on past streams through the Terrapin Tortoise mount, and I think this is pretty damn amazing, and it makes the world feel that much more alive and immersive. Basically, through different weather and time of day, there will be subtle changes happening with many things in the world, and flowers blooming is just one example. The team has also started working on the in-game modeling for this race, with the reminder that it is work in progress and the model component is still being worked on in preparation for Alpha 2. A pleasant surprise in this stream was also the team mentioning that feedback has been taken into consideration for the VEC and the other races revealed in the last month's stream. So once again, if you want to suggest changes for the Py'Rai this time, know that the team really wants us to give our opinion on this, and they are really listening to us. Next up, we actually have some changes and updates for the Kaelar and Ren'kai races based on the feedback provided by the players. And also the first reveal for the Kaelar female version. There have been some slight changes to the skin, and it seems like the eyes are not creepy anymore. This is looking good. We also have some Ren'kai updates, and it looks like similarly the skin and the eyes are a bit different. Beyond that, we also have some new costumes. This one is called the Majesty, and as a personal comment here, the cape is amazing. Steven, please give us a ton of capes like in World of Warcraft. I always loved transmogging those. We also have a work-in-progress costume, which they decided to include into the stream. It's called the Moskirian Marshals, and we will probably see a more complete version in the following streams. But it does look interesting. And of course, this wouldn't be a complete Ashes of Creation stream without a new mount. This is the Bearded Biome. Honestly looks like they took a zebra as inspiration, gave it the ass of a lion, made him a long boy and decided to throw in some tusks. But maybe that's just me. Alright, next it's time for the environment art. The focus for today are biomes, and we are starting with a big one, the Riverlands. The Riverlands is the ancestral home of the Ayla humans and currently the home of the Kaelar. Honestly, once they started rolling the pictures, I was amazed. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I believe it really fits the fantasy theme of the human lands. It just looks wow, and I normally believe the humans are a boring choice for a race in MMORPGs. But for this, I might actually want to try a human character. Just amazing work from the environment team. This is gonna be a big portion of the map and one of the primary biomes in Alpha 2, with 8 of them being planned. It's an extremely fertile and alluvial plain with a lot of picturesque hills surrounded by a vast river network and lakes. The land is broken up regularly with modest forests and little rocky outcroppings, with the water eventually draining down to a coastal area. This is in reminiscence of classic pastoral farmlands, and it is hinted that it might actually tie perfectly into certain aspects of animal husbandry. It all makes sense though. This looks like a great place that provides lots of crops. You could have your creatures eat and grow up in here. Moving on from there, we have some Py'Rai concept art, with the mention that these are highly experimental early stage concepts. The team is trying to test the waters and see what works and what doesn't. Steven wants these nodes to take a direction in which the architecture is infused with the surrounding trees and vegetation. To a smaller degree, this is also true to the Ren'kai concept art you are seeing now in the background. The Ren'kai are more swamp-oriented, with homes that are floating on marsh environments. We also have the more normal side of the environment art. For today specifically, we got some Veilun wagons, some good old regular moss, and some Kaelar banners. Moving further, we have a pretty cool topic. Steven starts the talk by mentioning lots of discussions in preparation for Alpha 2, and how the animal husbandry system has been a really interesting one. It seems like this and lots of other systems have taken inspiration in the real world, so that Ashes of Creation seems more plausible and realistic. As such, the animal husbandry system is rooted in genetic research. So one of the big components of animal husbandry is going to be taming. From the 3 skill trees of artisan classes, taming will fall into the gathering one. Taming will be used to both locate, capture, and also tame wild creatures. Tamed creatures can then be trained and bred, refined with the animal husbandry profession. Genetics in animal husbandry will follow the real-life Mendelian model of genetics, overlaid with magical tools that help understand and influence the process of animal breeding in a fantastical way. Creatures will have characteristics that are determined by their genetics. There will be a multitude of traits that are related to appearance, performance, combat efficacy, even different abilities that breeders can bring forward in a particular mount or pet. No 2 creatures in Ashes of Creation will be the exact same. You will be able to breed creatures, study the offspring, and make informed decisions when the features you want to pursue in the next generation become apparent in the offspring you created. So basically, breed creature, baby pet good, repeat decisions so you get more good baby pets. There are going to be elements of geographic locations being relevant for the creation of certain types of breeds, and players will need to learn this themselves. For example, the best horse would need speed from the desert horses, the coat and the health from tundra horses, and the size and strength from the ones in the Riverlands. These types of things go towards creating the necessary baby pets that can then create the type of mount you are looking for. Powerful traits will be hidden in rare spawns, and through rare mutations as well. Mastery in animal husbandry will involve unlocking greater crossbreeding potential between species to create more fantastical creatures. And there's even the potential for entirely new species to be unlocked if you become a master breeder and you want to push the limits. Lastly, once these creatures are born, there is also the element of raising them. Animals need to be raised from birth to adulthood and trained for the intended purposes. For example, you can raise them to be a mount, a pet, or even livestock. You will be able to specialize your focus in animal husbandry to one of those ends. There are lots of activities to have with your baby pet while it's growing, like cleaning, feeding, taking them out for practice rides, or even training them to fight monsters. This training period is very important because it will have the greatest influence on the resulting stats and abilities of the creature. Well, that is a lot of info I just gave you right there. And this is definitely a big and complex system, for which I believe we barely scratched the surface. Alpha 2 will be crucial to test this and see how it actually feels in the game, so looking forward to that. And our final topic goes to the studio updates. It seems like things are going great at Intrepid, acquiring 12 new employees during the months of January and February. Preparations for Alpha 2 look great as well. Steven states there is a significant amount of progress in the design and combat areas. And we will also probably see more of these combat updates during the next 1 or 2 development update streams. And that's it for today's update. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, hit the subscribe and the like button, as I plan to keep covering everything Ashes of Creation related. Also, what do you think was the most interesting part for this month's update? For me, it was definitely the Py'Rai race reveal. Let me know yours in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.